Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to Avorion with LD7, and today we are going to be taking a look at getting another Xsotan Artifact. So this is the one that you have to buy from a mobile equipment merchant. So as you kind of travel around, in between these systems, whatever, you will sometimes come across a mobile equipment merchant. They'll warp in and they'll say you can trade equipment here for 15 minutes, whatever, yada yada. So to get the Xsotan Artifact, you have to find one of those equipment merchants, and it costs 3 million, so you buy it from them and you're good to go. Now, it's a completely random event to encounter those merchants, so sometimes you could be playing for hours and hours on end and not even come across one. I came across one like way early in the game, and I didn't have the 3 million credits to buy the artifact. So as opposed to warping around and trying to just naturally encounter this guy, because I have a feeling that it will take a very long time, the other option is to buy one of these utilities from an equipment dock called a Trade Guild Beacon. So if you use one of these, it will call a mobile merchant into the territory, or into the sector that you're in, assuming that you're inside of an allied territory. So couple things that you need to worry about. First off, you have to have an ally or an alliance with an NPC faction in order to buy that item. So to actually get to an alliance level, you get this cool little thing, we're allies, awesome. So now I can see all their stuff, whatever, and basically anything that's in any of their sectors that's mine is going to be considered theirs, so I don't have to worry about defending it anymore. In addition to that, I can buy the item. So to actually become or get into an alliance with a faction, you need to get them up to excellent, and they need to be far enough into the excellent that you can negotiate an alliance. So this one I'm at 87,000 rep out of 100k, so I don't have the option to form an alliance with these guys quite yet. Whereas this one, since I have 100,000, I have this negotiate alliance button. You click on that, it'll say place an offer to form this alliance. You want to have 100% patience. It'll start off with that. If you do an offer that's too low, this will decrease and it will increase the cost to actually get the alliance made. So there's different strategies with this, like it'll give you a range that would be acceptable for making the alliance work. So this one, about 2.4 million credits, you'll get the alliance. So what I would recommend, just so you don't have to worry about this patience running out, make sure that you are offering something worth at least this much. They do help you with it. Down here it'll tell you how much. So obviously if you just have 2.4 million, you know, you can just give them money, whatever, you've got your alliance. You may not want to do that, so you can also give, you know, resources. So like 500,000 titanium would be double what they're asking for. I'm not actually going to negotiate an alliance with this. I think this is like one of the super far out factions, so I don't really care about it. But I did go ahead and negotiate this one. So you need to build your faction rep. So there's multiple ways you can do that. You can obviously like buy and trade with the stations. Will give you a little bit. So if I go in here, well, not the equipment dock. So let's say we were trading with the repair dock and we bought a bunch of force generators, for example. This would give us a little bit of reputation. If you use a resource depot and refine ores, that will also give you a little bit of reputation, at least initially. You also can sell mineable asteroids to the factions. That'll give you rep. But really what you're looking for is bulletin board missions, and there's a specific one that you want to do because it gives you the same amount of reputation every single time. It's called Free the Slaves. I'm just seeing if one of these guys has it, and it gives you 15,000. If they don't, it's fine. Like if you do that mission, you basically will fly into a pirate shipyard sector. You'll be hailed by the station when you warp in, and they'll say, what are you doing? You ask for the slaves, and then you have to fight just a few ships. Like, I only had to destroy like 3 or 4 ships before they were like, alright, just take the slaves and leave. Once you get the slaves, you warp back to the system where you got the mission, and you get 15,000 reputation with the faction. In the positive, I should say. So you get 15,000 positive reputation with the faction. So with that in mind, I went ahead and built this faction up. It was just barely an excellent. I think I was sitting around 80,000 rep or something. So doing that mission got me up, you know, a little bit farther. So I was able to negotiate an alliance and buy our trade guild beacon thing. So what we're going to do, here we are, is we're going to go ahead and use this. So right click or double click to use. We're inside of an alloyed territory, so what this will do is call in a mobile equipment merchant. So what can we help with? So we're basically just looking for this ship to warp in. He's probably down here. Is that him? No, that's just the regular equipment dock. Where are you at? Because they should be warping in anytime now. They're probably already here because it looks like we have the message. Here he is. Okay, so this little guy, the mobile merchant, is what we're looking for. So I'm just going to fly over so we can dock, and we'll trade and buy the Xsotan Artifact that we need. You do want to make sure you have 3 million credits to actually buy the artifact. The item itself costs 1 million, so you need 4 million total if you're going to go the alliance route, as opposed to just letting this guy naturally warp in. Yeah, that wasn't great. I didn't mean to crash into him, but whatever, it's fine. Hopefully he has engineers, so it like auto repairs, but whatever. But anyway, once they warp in, so you need 4 million credits total to get this artifact. So that is a hard credit limit. In order to get past the barrier, you need to have at least 4 million credits so you can buy this. I mean, I guess technically speaking, you could do it with only 3 million if you get lucky and encounter this guy. But it's the Xsotan Artifact 4. We're going to go ahead and buy that. Oh, we're not close enough. Alright, fine. Are we close enough now? Okay, we are. Cool. So for 3 million credits, we've got our Xsotan Artifact 4. So we're a little bit closer to getting over the barrier. We're still going to have to do Operation Exodus, and I need to go back and farm some of the bosses a little bit more in order to have enough Xsotan artifacts to put in the ships to open the gateway to get over the barrier. So yeah, no worries. I just wanted to show you guys your two options basically to get that artifact. If you're short on cash, which hopefully before you go across the barrier you're not, because you have some factories and mines kind of generating you some credits, you can do it for 3 million if you happen to encounter one of those mobile merchants just while warping around. If not, it's okay. All you really need to do is go through and grab one of those systems, the mobile merchant beacon or the trade guild beacon, whatever it's called, and call it into the sector. So guys, with that being said, that is how you get the Xsotan Artifact 4 in Avorion. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always, and until next time, this has been LD7, and we will see ya.